Okay, Stephanie, I didn't get to say hi to you. We were praying. Well, I'm glad you're here too. So it's 6:03. We're going to get started. So I always have so much to share with you after I get the director's memo. It just seems like there's just a lot. There's just always so much. It's exciting, but I do want to do a little reco first before we get started. Um, so for the week, I got accomplishment sheets from Laura and Dawn and Debbie Culp, who's our Debbie from Houston. And so Debbie had a $38 week, and Dawn had a $162 week, and Laura had a $350 week. I've been trying to add up my sales. I'm trying to keep you guys, trying to keep accountable to you, and I had a $928 week. I did a new face, and I did a girls' night out here at my house, and those are working pretty well. They don't even try the product on their face. It's amazing, but it's the Waverly Way thing, and I don't know. They keep working. It keeps working. That was a lot of my sales was from that, and then some reorders. So Dawn also did, which we're going to talk about the contest here too, the makeover contest in a minute. But Dawn did 9 faces last week. She had 1 share and 2 power hours, so that is awesome. And congratulations for all of that work, you guys. And I will share, I believe this is our final makeover contest sheet. So I know it's a little busy, but our goal was 50 as a unit, and I believe we did 43 faces that are entered into the makeover contest collectively. I want to give a shout out. I didn't actually say I was going to give a prize, but I'm actually going to give a couple of prizes for this. So Dawn ended up with 13 entries in faces herself, and Debbie Bird had 9 faces entered, and Amy Eaton had 7 faces. Amy's on Dawn's team. So I know Dawn also worked with some of her other consultants as well. So Laura and I did a day of it, and so we got a couple entered, and so I think I had 6 and Laura had 2, and Jody had 1, and so collectively we hit like 43. So congratulations, guys. It's very exciting. But I have a cute little gift I'm gonna send to the top 3. So because you guys, I know Dawn is tired. She's worked really hard on faces this week, and Debbie got going early in the month and got in several, and then got some additional ones in. So that is super exciting, you guys. I don't know that I've ever had that many entries collectively as a unit into a makeover contest. So I'm glad you guys all took that. And I think there's a lot of positive things. Dawn's talked about how much she's gotten to talk to customers and she could already be talking about what's happening, getting ready to happen in September with new products. And so, and I know for Debbie, it was just a real exciting thing to get people around her kitchen table again and do faces. So I know it was exciting for everybody. So good job. I mean, it's super exciting. So the thing about, do you want to add anything, Dawn? Because I know this has been kind of your whole focus the whole month. So if you want to add anything real quick, you can.
Um, no, only that along the way I had mentioned to nearly every face that we were having a robust product release in September that was our new products as well as some holiday. And so I kind of set myself up in asking, who wants to come back and give opinions and see all the new stuff. So that was kind of easy to do. And,
Well, and I
so
think for all of us that really tried to book for it, it was an easier way to book people. There was some people that were pretty excited about the contest.
yeah,
So,
who doesn't want to win $5,000,
yeah,
right?
yeah,
And $500 in products. So that
yeah.
was the easiest ask. And for me, I do have new customers now, new faces, people that weren't my customers before the contest. They are now. And there's some that I'm already getting ready to book 2 parties off of what already took place.
Yeah, that's
So
exciting. I mean, I think everything about it is good and positive. So, um, good job to everybody that participated. I wanted to remind y'all that in the month of September, it's Mary Kay's 62nd anniversary as a company. And so you'll see some stuff in the digital image library on Mary Kay in Touch if you want to take advantage of that or utilize that somehow when you're booking people. So that's an exciting milestone. And so you'll probably see a lot on Mary Kay, the regular Facebook page and stuff about that. So happy 62nd anniversary for sure. So I do want to show y'all first what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you guys, talk about the new products that are coming out in September. If you did preferred customer program for fall holiday or you were a star consultant last quarter, you can order these on September 10th. If not, then you can order all of these on September 15th. And I know that those of you that went to seminar saw these and heard about these, which several of you did. And I know Alexandra watched HDK's launch of the products last night, which I was going to try to do that today, but my day just didn't work out. So when I wrap this up, Alexandra, if you think there's something that I'm completely missing that you saw that HDK said, you can let me know. But the biggest thing, let me go here so I can kind of show you. Oh, real quick before I have it on the makeover site here. They're going to pick the finalist and then everybody can vote starting September 8th when they put the finalists out here. So you guys watch for that for September 8th. Because then when the finalists are out here, then we have like a week, I think, to vote. So maybe some of ours will get in the finals. That would be very exciting. So if it is, then we're going to have to like pool all of our friends to vote for whoever it is. Okay. So I don't know that you guys can see this yet on your Mary Kay in Touch. I'm not sure whether it shows up. And maybe you can. I never know what you guys can see and what I can see. So you guys might check, but I'm going to show you where it either is or where you can get it as soon as either the 10th or the 15th. So it won't be on your personal websites till the 15th of September. But under education, there is a whole thing on the Retinol 3.3, which, you know, this is our biggest launch that's a regular line product. It does give you all the stats, and has anyone, because we all got one free at seminar, has anyone been using it already on a regular basis?
I mixed between that one and the 0.5 just because I had a tube open.
Yeah. Okay. And I started using it because, you know, my skin was pretty sensitive to the 0.5. And so I got where I wasn't even using retinol, which is not great, but I'm so dry and it just dried me out so much. So I started using the 0.3 this week and I've been using it every night. And I do feel just slightly drier, but nothing crazy. And so far I've been great to use it every night. And that's the plan. I want to try to really use it. But under education, it gives you this information about what it can do. It gives you a couple of before and after pictures and application tips, which I will say it's still the same in terms of you only use it at night. You only use a pea size amount, but you can use it every single night right from the beginning, and you don't have to retinize your face. And there are some, I'll tell you, this one flyer I really love, which I'm going to show you, but there is a fact sheet here, which, you know, you can also get the fact sheet when you are able to order it. When you go under ordering, you can also look at the fact sheet. There's a results flyer, and then there's two here. This wrinkles products comparison chart. Let me see if I can get it to download. Is really great in comparing, because people always ask you, well, which wrinkle product should I use? So it's comparing the wrinkle limiter to the wrinkle filler to the retinol 0.3 to the C+ resveratrol, which I really use 3 out of 4 of these. And you could use 3 out of 4 of these or all 4 of them if you wanted to. The cool thing is it tells you what is the key benefit of each of these and what is the key usage and how often you should use it. So I thought this was really helpful because sometimes as consultants we're like, well, I don't know exactly which one you should use, but it kind of depends on what their biggest issue is. Really, retinol is going to help with all the issues because it is stimulates surface skin cell turnover, and supports natural collagen and elastin production. It's clinically shown to reverse multiple visible signs of skin aging, including texture, firmness, lines, wrinkles, and skin tone evenness. So really, retinol is going to do everything. But I've been using it at night, and I use the C plus resveratrol in the morning. But you can use them both together now, is what they're saying. And I also use the wrinkle limiter. I don't use the wrinkle filler as much, but I have been lately getting so many questions about the wrinkle filler. So many people are asking me about wrinkles around their mouth. And so I've been definitely getting more questions about wrinkle filler than I have in a long time. But I thought this was a nice little flyer to kind of give you just the difference between them. The other flyer that I printed off, because I had pre-sold some retinol, and when I was doing the makeover contest, I pre-sold a couple of retinol, and I was able to get it in already. And I love this how to layer your skin chart, which this is good for anyone that wants to know about what order they should do their products. So I love it. It's like, it tells you whether they need to do it morning or night. Let me just hit download so maybe it'll show it better. It tells you whether they need to do it morning or night. So if it's the sunshine, it's morning. If it's a moon, at night. And it gives them basically, cleanser, exfoliation, masks, toners, boosters, serums, eye cream, then your retinol at night only, any additional treatments. And then it gives you examples of what would be additional treatments. That would be like your wrinkle limiter, your acne treatment gel, your deep wrinkle filler, then your moisturizer, then your sunscreen. I think this flyer is good for anyone, whether they're using retinol or not. And I felt like it was a little simpler maybe than what we've had before. Your customers just are going to have to know, like some customers really don't understand the difference between a booster and a serum. So, you might have to write that out for them or whatever. But I thought this was a really great flyer. So you can get this under education and retinol 0.3. But I'm saving this one on my hard drive and because I feel like it's pretty good. So I printed that off with when I gave them the retinol and re-explained that they do want to make sure they don't put the retinol too close to their eyes. It's a good idea just to put eye cream on first before the retinol. That's the biggest thing with this. There is another flyer I want to show you though. Let me see if I can get out of this. If you go to, so there's information in multiple places. So this is all under education and Mary Kay Clinical Solutions. If you go to business tools and you can go to document library and you can go to digital image library and get things. But I believe it's in the document library under fall and holiday toolkit. There is, well, this is the comparison chart that I was just showing you. So that's there again. The social media playbook is here for all of fall and holiday. Again, your fact sheet, and then there's more information about some of the other new products I'm going to tell you about in a minute. So that's the document library. And I think that was the thing I was going to show you. And then there's under digital image library. This is like if you wanted to post something on, social media or text a picture. This has got, like we already have the Good Housekeeping seal of approval with this retinol. Now somewhere I found a really good chart that told me the difference between the retinol 3 and the retinol 5, and now I don't remember where it was. Let me see if it was under education. Maybe I missed it here. But the thing about the 0.3 versus the 0.5, maybe it was this one. It's kind of confusing because you can get things in multiple places, but those are the 3 places I would check. There was a great flyer. I think this might be it. It is. So this tells you what you can expect from the Mary Kay Clinical Solutions. So after 12 weeks, so after 1 week, you already should see improvement. and deep lines and firmness, radiance, and skin tone, which we didn't have before because we could only use the 0.5 one time a week and then one time a week. And so you're going to see results faster. And so then this second page kind of tells you the difference. So with the 0.5, we didn't see the change yet in 1 week, but you should with the 0.3 because you're using it immediately every single night. Your skin looks and feels improved in 1 week. Blotchiness is going to be improved in 4 weeks. Deep lines visibly improved in 4 weeks. Wrinkles visibly improved in 4 weeks. Fine lines visibly improved in 4 weeks. It took more like 8 weeks when we used the 0.5 because we had to go through the retinization process, and we don't have to do that now. So it's easier to get customers started on it because they can use it every single night right away, and they should see results quite a bit faster. The end results, the existing benefits are the same between 0.3 and 0.5. It's just that everything's going to work easier and faster. So I think it'll be a lot easier to sell people because it's not so complicated. Is there any questions about that? Okay. So far I'm doing okay on it. And I did have trouble with the 0.5 a little bit, and I always had to use calming milk. And so anyway, so I'm kind of excited about that. But there's quite a bit of information. There's also, see, there's videos on here too. So you can go watch these videos about it under, and that's all under education and retinol 0.3.
Hey, Angela,
Yeah.
when you put yours on every night, do you come behind with another product on top of the retinol or just the retinol?
I've been doing my moisturizer on top.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
I do use the Voluform night cream, you know, which also has encapsulated retinol in it, but I haven't had any trouble with that. But when I feel a little dry, so like I felt a little dry on night 3, I put some of the oil, the purifying oil, you know, used to be naturally oil. I put some of that on my cheeks just because, but that's not an unusual thing for me, even in the winter. That's how dry I am. So, but for me, that seemed to help when I thought I'm feeling a little, like I noticed it this morning, like after I wash my face, like I'm more ready for my moisturizer than normal. I'm not peeling, nothing like that. I'm just like, ooh, I'm ready for my, you know, as soon as I wash my face and I get out of the shower, I'm ready for all that. So I could tell a little bit more. So I do feel like it may dry me out just a tad, but it's not anything bad. So just know if you are selling it to someone that has really dry skin, they definitely need to use good moisturizer, and they might need intense moisturizing cream or a little oil, you know, in the winter if they're especially dry. So, but I'm so dry. It just seems like not as many people are as dry as me. So, but that would be if they were dry. If they're oily, I bet they're not going to have an issue. So, okay, the other products, any other questions on that before I move on? Okay. So then the other products we have here, I'm just going to show them to you in real life. These are very similar to what we had a couple of years ago, which those of you at seminar saw them. But so there's this one is called Inner Fire, and they're more like warm brown tones.
How many matte and how many shimmer are in that palette?
There are 2 matte and 4 shimmer.
Okay.
And this one is called Outer Glow, and it's more with the purple tints to it, you know, and it has 2 matte and 4 shimmer, which I'll tell you, with the changes to the line, our regular eyeshadow line, there are not very many shimmers, especially in dark colors. So like if someone is wanting a brown that's a shimmer or a purple that's a shimmer, this would be great for them because we're not going to have it in our line anymore. They're all matte. And I was kind of looking at that. I'll show y'all real quick. It's just a difference, you know, it's something to get used to. And I want to tell y'all something I figured out too. So this is the new lookbook, and these are the eyeshadow colors. So you can see that we have less going forward here, and there are no browns that have any shimmer, really, none. There are more shimmers than there are mattes, but there are really no browns that are shimmery, and there are no purples that are shimmery. So if you want purple or brown shimmer, you can definitely get it from these, but these are limited edition. But I feel like those are things you might want to have in stock. And I'll tell you today, I got my order in, and I ordered Wineberry. I ordered some Wineberry blush, which is already in our line, and it looked a little bit different. I mean, you can't really tell. I have an old one and a new one up here. Doesn't really look that much different. But I looked at the back and I looked at the ingredients, because I was like, how can I tell if the new blush I ordered is the new formula or the old formula? And the ingredients are a tad different, and it does have a different number, a different order number. So it does say in your lookbook in very fine print next to the eyeshadows and the blushes, it says new modernized formula with pigment rich hues. So it's supposed to have more pigment. It's still ChromaFusion, but it's supposed to have more pigment. And when I open it up, I mean, I didn't touch it, but I can't really see anything that looks different, but the ingredient list is different. So probably as you are starting to order eyeshadows and blushes, as they run out of the old, I think you'll have the new, but you can't, I don't know, I'll have to try it to see, if I can really tell if there's a difference, and I haven't done that yet. But anyway, I'm excited about these because when we had these before, we had one similar before, it was so popular. Like I sold all of them. Like sometimes, I have too much limited edition product left, but I didn't with these. Like people really loved those. So I think they'll be good. And then kind of to go with it are these lip balms, which I have on the pink one, and they truly are like lip balms. They feel great. And then there's one that is, oh yeah, Alexandra sent me a picture. I saw that, Alexandra. It looked beautiful, beautiful, beautiful on her. We can post that on our Botion's Bright Stars. And then this one's more of a corally color. So kind of, I'll show you them together. So this looks really dark, doesn't it? But it's not. That's what I have on my lips. So it comes off pink. And then this one is a little more coral. I don't know if y'all can see those. But I like tinted lip balms. They're so easy to use. And they feel great. And they're just cute. They're just cute. So anyway, so cost-wise, those eyeshadows, let's make sure I give you the right cost. The eyeshadows are, I want to make sure I tell you right. I don't trust my brain, you guys. 40. The palettes are 40, and they're getting 6 eyeshadows. And then those tinted lip balms are 20 each. And I didn't tell you the retinol is 70. So you have that. Then the other thing that they are coming out with regular line are new concealers, which there's more colors of these. And I am going to post, I don't know where I found it. Then I couldn't find it again. That's the problem. But I am going to post on our Botion's Bright Stars tonight when I finish. It gives you, it's like a little chart that says if they used Ivory 1, this is the color they need to use now, because they are just called numbers now, basically. So and there's more. So they've added colors. So there's also 2 under eye correctors. So one is more for light skin, one is for dark skin. Let me see. So one's called light peach, one calls deep peach in the under eye corrector. The light peach to me looks very similar to our other under eye corrector. The deep peach is definitely darker. And then there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. There are 9 concealer colors. So that's more than what we had before. So when I'm done with the meeting, I will post that chart. because that was helpful to me because there's colors kind of in between, like maybe what, light ivory and deep ivory was before, and light beige and deep beige. And so there's more, and they're just called light one, light two, light three, medium one, medium two, medium three, deep one, deep two, deep three. So, some you're gonna have to kind of keep track of that for your customers because I don't know. They're gonna say, I need light. I need light. And you're going to be like, light one, light two, or light three. So, kind of keep track of that for your customers. But I will post that chart because that'll give you an idea of what to start with the concealers. And the cool thing is they have samples of the concealers. Now, I don't know if this is just as it comes out and they won't keep these samples, but right now we have samples. So that's kind of exciting. I mean, these are the tubes. And so I feel like, if you had to have these as demo, you could squeeze out of them pretty easily. But if you need to start off just getting some samples so you can see what you need for your customers, I think that will be helpful to begin with. And the cost on those are $18. That's how much the concealer is. And then these are fun. Again, these are different colors than what we've had before, but these are the gel cream blush. So there's 4 colors. I don't know if you can kind of see what they are. And this is just a trick for you guys, and I'm testing it right now as we're on this Zoom call. So this color is passion fruit. So one thing I figured out with these before, instead of pulling off that whole silver top, I just poked a hole in it with a pin, and then I'm just squirting out just a little bit so that you don't get too much, because it was kind of a problem. So that's the passion fruit. You can always squeeze out a little bit more, but see, I just poked a hole in it, and that's plenty to squeeze out, because if you take off that whole silver thing, it comes out like it's like too much. So it's passion fruit and let's see, pink stars. So that's a little bit lighter. I feel like they're kind of lend themselves to the warm side. This is Coral Kiss, but not real orangey, just kind of warm. And then this is called Soft Buff. So I feel like, let's look at that. Let's just look at that because I don't know. That's not going to be a ton of color, I don't think. Oh, it's kind of, yeah. Oh, it's pretty. Can y'all, I don't know if y'all can see it. See, it's light. It's light. So I don't know. That's definitely going to be, when I'm not holding it up there, it kind of shimmers kind of peachy kind of. But that's on my skin tone, and I have pretty light skin tone. So I'm feeling like that's going to be pretty light. So those are limited edition, but they seem to be the same formula and everything we had before, and they are $20 each. And then I think I forgot to bring it in here, but I'll show you guys these. So these are the current socks you can get for free when you order the Mint Bliss. So typically they do run out of socks. So if this is something you really want, I would order these earlier rather than later. The thing is, you can get fuzzy socks like this usually for $1 or $2 or something, at Dollar General or Walmart or something. But these are free if you purchase this with Mary Kay while the supplies last, and they're pretty cute with a little bow on there. And then the thing I didn't bring in here, and I should have, was, we had the new perfume that came out this summer called Confidently You. So they are coming out with a silkening dry oil. The silkening dry oil is $24, and you can either buy that silkening oil by itself, or you can buy it and the Confidently You perfume together in a bundle for $79. So let's look at the price on that. So Confidently You is $55, and the silkening dry oil is, I didn't look at that, so let's see if it saves you money. It's exactly the same price. So you can either buy them separately or you can buy them in the bundle. That's the same price. I didn't know if it saved you, but I guess, bundling it is kind of a great idea for a Christmas gift. So that is, so it is, Dawn was correct in that it's kind of a robust product, line that we have coming out. Because we've got the retinol and the concealers and under eye are regular line. And then the rest of it is limited edition. So, just remember if you're thinking ahead already as a consultant and you're wanting to think Christmas gifts, and you want to think ahead on it, I would go ahead and order when you can order, and you'll be ahead of the game for your own personal Christmas gifts. Or if you think I'm really going to focus on holiday sales, then you want to get those early, because there will be other new products coming out in November, but this is truly what this book is really set up to be, our holiday book. So it does have the retinol on the front, but it has holiday season on the back. And then throughout the book, it does promote these things as gifts. So like stocking stuffers, joyfully, everything in the book, this is really promoted to be our holiday book. So beautiful gifts, lots of things about gifts in the lookbook. So just so you know, that's the plan there. And these really are beautiful. And Alexandra just sent me a picture of one of it's a consultant or director. She may be a director, but she wore both.
Or she's
Is she
a
a director?
national.
Oh, she's a national. Okay. I saw it today on Facebook and I was going to save it and I didn't, because they looked beautiful on her. Both of them looked beautiful. So it was really good. Is there anything, Alexandra, that Heather said that I completely just didn't say, or that you would want me to share with everybody?
No, I don't think there is.
Okay.
But she has it on her page.
YouTube. Yeah.
Link. YouTube, yeah.
Yeah, if you go to Heather's YouTube channel, you can watch her. Did she apply things and stuff too?
Yes, she did.
Okay.
She did one of her, I think it's her offsprings.
Okay.
Did it? Yeah, did the YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, but you can go to Heather Daniel Kent's YouTube if you want to see more about that. The other thing is just a reminder on September 16th that the Repair Voluform set is going to go up in price to $225. It's currently $215. All the individual products are still the same price. It's still saving you money, even if you buy it as a set. But just so that you know that, so you don't I've gotten where I just check myself every time I'm charging a customer because my head wants to go back to whatever price was before. And I can't remember how much everything was. So, okay, the other thing I want to tell y'all about, because I know some secrets for November too, and I'm just going to tell you, because I feel like you kind of need to prepare yourself, because the company's just making a lot of changes. A couple of things I'll tell you about, and then we'll talk about a little other thing they're doing. But so, Dawn, I know you love the second step, the facial milk or whatever, and that is going away with this new retinol. But they're going to come out with a new product in November. So these are products you guys could order either November 10th or November 15th, depending on whether you do preferred customer program or you're a star this quarter. And it's called Mary Kay Clinical Solutions Barrier Restore. And so it's a brand new product. And it has fatty acids, which help support skin's natural structure, ceramides, which help protect the skin barrier from environmental stressors, and cholesterol, which helps strengthen the skin barrier. So it says if you suffer from skin redness, dryness, itching, rough texture, or overall sensitivity, you might have a compromised skin barrier. And so the Mary Kay Clinical Solutions Barrier Restore is for you. So that makes me think facial milk, but it's upgraded. It's upgraded. So I feel like if you've got someone with sensitivity issues that maybe was using the facial milk for that, or just to help, like the fatty acids or whatever, that this product is going to do that. So
What does it look like? How's it packaged and know the price?
Well, they didn't give us a very good picture. It's just like part of it is like a bottle and it's like clinical solutions, but you can't really see much.
Price point?
It is $46.
Okay, cheaper than the facial milk.
Yes, it's cheaper than the facial milk. So I just thought I'd give you a heads up because if you're like stocking facial milk, like you may have another option. For sure. The other thing I wanted y'all to be aware of, if you've got people on waterproof mascara, they're updating the waterproof mascara in November. It's going to be Great Heights waterproof mascara, which I love Great Heights and I love that brush. So I think that's definitely going to be great. It's going to be great. Great Heights. It's going to be great. So the old waterproof is going away in November because this is going to replace it. I think both of those products, I think these are upgrades. I think they're great. So I know we've been kind of like concerned about things going away, but I'm really excited about those. And the other thing I'm going to tell you about, I'm personally excited about. So the liquid eyeshadows are going away in November. All of the liquid eyeshadows are going away. So they're going to bring, I know, I'm telling y'all because I don't, I want you to be able to think about your inventory because that's really only 2 months away. And so they're bringing out shimmer eyeshadow sticks, regular line. And there's going to be 5 colors. I think people are going to love those better than the liquid eyeshadow. That's just my personal opinion. I haven't been thrilled. Like some people love the liquid eyeshadow. I've liked it okay. Like I've missed the cream eyeshadow personally myself. And so I still have cream eyeshadow because I stocked up for myself, but I do sell the liquid eyeshadow, but I personally haven't loved it as much as some people, but I have had people ask for eyeshadow sticks because they're so easy to use. And so these are going to replace the liquid eyeshadows. So just so you know, so you can kind of keep track of, how much liquid eyeshadow do I want to order, or if you are different than me and you're like, liquid eyeshadow is my very favorite thing in the whole world, then you can get some more before it's gone. So I don't know. What are y'all's thoughts about eyeshadow sticks?
Well, how does that compare to, we had at Place shadow sticks before, right?
Yeah, they look
It's
a little different than that.
But will they have to be sharpened? And
No.
how will you apply? Like what kind of?
They do not look like they'll have to be sharpened. I don't know if you can see that.
Okay.
They're not
What's the price point?
they don't look like pencils to me. Like they look more like, they don't look like pencils. They're 20.
That's a big change from 16.
Yeah. I'm excited. That's just me. I'm really excited about it. But I have a lot of liquid eyeshadow left, and I always show liquid eyeshadow when I'm doing Dash Out the Door looks. So, I always do, and I do sell it, but personally, I'm excited about the sticks because I've had a lot of people ask. Okay, I am going to tell you about a couple other products that are going away. They're just making a lot of changes, so take notes. Okay, I had heard this rumor, but had never seen it in print, but the Shea hand soap and the Shea hand sanitizer are both being discontinued, which I really like that soap, but we can use the satin hand scrub, from the satin hand set, so it's okay. The other thing that's going away is the Go Set from the Clear Proof line. That's the only Go Set that's going away, but the Go Set from the Clear Proof line is phasing out. True Original Cologne is going out in November. And then they're getting rid of 4 of the gloss shades. They're getting rid of Chocolate Nude, Evening Berry, Soft Nude, and Copper Aura. So only those 4 shades are going away. However, they're not going to have lip gloss samples anymore, which I'm not super excited about, but at all, like for any shade. But lipstick samples are still there. except for they are getting rid of a few Supreme Hydrating Lipstick shades. They're getting rid of Coral Confetti, Fuchsia Dream, Very Raspberry, and Think of Pink. So just those 4 shades though. And then the little eye sponges, you know, that come for the compact, those are going away. It didn't say anything about the little blush one though. Just the little eyeshadows. And then the other thing that's interesting to me, and I don't know if it means anything, but they are going to quit making the little samples of Microdermabrasion Plus Set. They will still make the deluxe minis, but they're not going to make the samples of the Microdermabrasion Plus Set. So anyway, I know this is supposed to be secret, but I kind of wanted you guys to know because it was only 2 months away, and I wanted you to be able to kind of plan your inventory and be thinking about how, you know, I think the mascara, I think people are going to be happier with the new waterproof mascara because I think Great Heights is wonderful. I think the Barrier Restore is going to be a better thing than the facial milk. And my personal opinion is the eyeshadow sticks are going to be better than the liquid eyeshadow, but I don't know if everyone will agree with that. I haven't tried them yet. I don't have them. So, we'll just see. We'll just see what we think about that. But I think for people that are dash out the door, I think it's going to be super easy to use. So that's that. Now, the other quick thing I'll tell y'all is that I'm going to go and check. I don't think any of you guys have this, but I will go and check all of our consultants. But, you know, you could deliver your boxes to a P.O. box before. They are no longer going to do that starting September 21st. If anyone has just a P.O. box, and that includes, I believe that includes CDS orders too. So there's probably some CDS orders that we sometimes do P.O. boxes. Let me see. It says to improve delivery speed, overall reliability, ensure better tracking and handling of your packages. Shipments from the company of P.O. boxes will end on September 21st. They said the reason why is because the deliveries to P.O. boxes, I think what happens is FedEx has to send it over to USPS. And so it's creating issues there where it's taking up to 3 weeks to arrive. And in many cases, those orders were reshipped, resulting in unsatisfactory experiences for you or your customer, as well as for significant losses for the company. So it says these changes affect all shipments, including product orders, starter kits, customer delivery service orders, and product replacement program deliveries. So I will check and see. I'll go through and see. I don't know. You guys might not know if your consultants are having their stuff mailed to a P.O. box, but I will check and see if anyone's is a P.O. box, and I'll let them know that they'll have to change that. And I know there's some places where you can live, where you live, that you may have to use the post office's address. Like if you can't get boxes sent directly, to your house. So I don't know, we'll have to figure that out if we have anybody like that, but I just wanted to give you guys that heads up. The other thing is, I don't know if you guys saw, if you do a $600 order in the month of, go here, for the Power Up and Grow, in the month of September, you get this cute little Mary Kay branded felt board. And then recall that if you do, like if we did 600 in July and August, which I believe that was me, Laura, Jody, and Charlotte, I believe, did 600 both months. And so then if we're also a star, then we get 400 star credits added to our star points for that. So the next 2 months, it'll be 600 in September and October. I don't know what the prize is in October, but for September, it's this cute little felt thing. And then if you do September and October, both 600 orders and you're a star, then you get 400 star credits. So that's how that's working. It's a little bit different than in the past. Also recall that let me go back here. they are doing the end of the year star awards this year where they're giving away if you're an all-star. So our first deadline is on the 15th. So if you're a star all 4 quarters, and depending on what level you are, then you can earn one of these options depending on which level you are, which they used to do these and then they kind of got away from that and they're back at it. So just want to make sure you know if that is important to you, because you don't want to miss the first quarter, because that is coming up on September 15th. And those look pretty cool. I'm going for the big one for sure. But I just wanted to remind y'all of that. And then those of you guys that are all about being on social media, the company is having a 2 things. First of all, they're doing a new social media series on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook, and it's like a little character named Misconceptions, and they want us to comment and stuff about it. And so Misconceptions is she's a Generation Z and millennial, often referred to as a zillennial, who is bold, culturally relevant, and brings a fresh, humorous, and empowering voice to explain all things Mary Kay to her peers and tackle their prevalent misconceptions. It says their research shows that the main reasons why this generation does not consider Mary Kay is that they think the company is not in business anymore, or that Mary Kay is not for them. And Misconceptions is designed to resonate with the next generation of beauty enthusiasts and aspiring entrepreneurs by addressing these common myths. So they want us to comment on those. So that's on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, the Mary KS. So the Mary Kay US channel on all of those. And then the other thing they're doing from September 1st to October 31st, these are for you guys that just love to make videos, put them on social media. You make a video of yourself talking about kind of your iStory or what Mary Kay has done for you, and you post it on one of those areas, and then you put hashtag my Mary Kay life in the caption and tag Mary Kay US. Then they're going to pick 26 winners of that, 13 in September and 13 in October. And they're really just, I think, just trying to encourage us to do this, and they're going to use the ones that they love. So if you go to Mary Kay in Touch and you go to contests and go to the social media challenge, there's 2 ladies that have already done it. Definitely more skills than me in terms of creating a video. But I thought, okay, maybe I need to, try this out. I don't know. I may play with it a little bit. We might have to pull, Meredith or Clara back in here to help us use CapCut and put all of our videos together and our pictures together. I don't know. Some of y'all have gotten better at that than me for sure, but it's not in my natural wheelhouse. So anyway, but it's kind of fun. And I think they're just trying to get real life Mary Kay consultants talking about their iStory and how Mary Kay has worked for them. And if they love them, they might utilize them more on their Mary Kay US channel. So just so you know, if you're like, okay, I'm all about it, I'm gonna do it, because it's called Younger Me. So you're supposed to be talking to your younger self, like, why you've loved Mary Kay and all of that. So it's kind of fun. I'm just like, I gotta wrap my brain around it a little bit. It's like work for me. For some people, it's natural. But anyway, so that I think is all the things that are going on, which is a lot. So do you guys have any questions? Okay, now that I talked like the whole time, but there's just, when I get these director's memos now, there's just a lot of information. So I just don't want you guys to miss anything, especially if you want to enter that social media contest. Like, want to get you in there. Anything else anybody has? Questions about the new products, when you can order them, or anything?
So happy that you shared all the upcoming November news and changes and things like that. Really happy to know that.
Well, I think, if it's just new, limited edition, that's one thing, but this is kind of bigger changes, and I want you to be able to prepare for your customers. So, and get your inventories where they need to be. And like, if you have a new consultant that comes in, like, I'm not gonna have her order 15 new waterproof mascaras if I know the new waterproof mascara is gonna change, you know? So just kind of, so it can help your new people too, kind of figure out what they need. So any comments, questions, anybody else?
Yes, thank you for sharing that information, Angela, about well, all of the information, especially the changes, like in November, all of those
Yeah,
products that are
I
going
know.
away. Because I'm
It's a
thinking to
lot.
myself, right, and I'm thinking to myself, I have a birthday. A customer has a birthday in September. I'm like, oh, I can tell her about some of those products. So,
Mhm. Yeah.
yeah.
And Susie, you're always welcome to join us. We were glad you were on here. Oh, I think you're muted, but we're so glad you're here.
No,
Oh,
thank
go
you
ahead.
for having me on, Dawn.
Yeah.
It's fun to hear about all the new products. I'm excited about some of them.
Well, it is exciting. Like y'all, I've been in Mary Kay for 26 years, and when I get the new box with the new products, it's like Christmas every time. Like,
Mhm,
I'm
for
always
sure.
excited. And I'm going to try these eyeshadows. I haven't done that. I was going to do it today, and I didn't have time, so I'm definitely going to do that. Okay. Well, I appreciate you all being on tonight and being such attentive listeners because I had so much to say. All right, and I will have the new calendar out. I will have it out by tomorrow. I was going to try to have it out today. I will post our final makeover sheet on the Botions Bright Stars, and I will post a couple of those things I was talking about too. So we'll just put those on our Facebook page. And I hope you all have a great evening, and I will see you next Tuesday for sure. Okay, thank y'all.